Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer and a subscriber. This is a very interesting episode of Ignition Time because I'm actually going to highlight states that are sending out not just stimulus checks but reoccurring stimulus checks to their residents as part of a bold new experiment. Welcome to this channel. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Right here is a little bit of information about me. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. If you learn something new from this channel, I encourage you to click subscribe. I encourage you to click notifications because you will get the latest information, the truth about matters that are important to the country, the economy, as well as our money. This channel covers politics and the economy, but for us, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm American. We are all Americans first. At this moment in time, the massive $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan that was signed into law by President Biden is essentially being implemented, and the $1,400 stimulus checks have started to go out. More than half the $1,400 stimulus checks have already been distributed by the IRS, but states are deciding that that's not enough. States are trying to go above and beyond by sending reoccurring stimulus checks again as part of a bold new universal basic income experiment. And in this video, we'll take a closer look at this new phenomenon that's emerging in different places across the country. Let's start with this headline on your screen from CNN. Oakland will give low-income families of color $500 a month, no strings attached. Now, before I give you this information and give you examples of other cities and other states throughout the country, I want our viewers and subscribers to know about the cycle of poverty. Here's the cycle of poverty on your screen. It's very hard, very challenging for individuals to escape the cycle of poverty. And studies have shown that these recurring stimulus checks encourage individuals to find the best opportunities. They give individuals that psychological backing, if you will. They release the recipients from psychological pressure, and that in turn allows the recipients to not get lazy, but quite the opposite, go out there and find jobs and escape the cycle of poverty and essentially allow them to explore and even seize their full potential. Folks, for some of us, the American dream is a dream. For others, we are living the American dream. These reoccurring stimulus checks, this universal basic income allows individuals to have a tangible shot at the American dream because they are no longer thinking of survival. They can finally explore education, they can finally explore better job opportunities, and they can finally have a real shot, a tangible shot at the American dream. So what's going on in Oakland, California? Let's take a closer look. Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf announced last week that the city of Oakland will launch a guaranteed income project to give hundreds of African American and indigenous families and people of color $500 per month for 18 months, no strings attached. Now, this is interesting because, again, this is going to be no strings attached. It's going to be completely unconditional, and recipients can spend the money however they choose. On your screen, you see the official announcement from Mayor Schaaf, who announces a guaranteed income pilot. And this is the important part of the statement. I'll highlight this part for you. The poverty we all witness today is not a personal failure, it is a systems failure. Guaranteed income is one of the most promising tools for systems change, racial equity, and economic mobility we've seen in decades. Now, I know some of our viewers and subscribers are thinking, hey, why should we be giving away money? This money ultimately comes from the taxpayers. I get it. I'm not discounting those concerns. But what I want our viewers and subscribers to understand is there is a psychological and an emotional impact to poverty. When someone does not have enough money, and let's show you the cycle of poverty on your screen again, the psychological and emotional impact, which is really hard to measure, essentially prevents individuals from getting the right kind of education, from being exposed to the right kind of mentors, which, by the way, I'm happy that you're on our channel. I'm hoping that I can be a mentor to our viewers and subscribers. And I appreciate the thousands of comments that are appreciative of all the effort that goes into this channel. But a direct impact of the emotional and psychological influence of poverty results in a situation where individuals simply don't have access to the right education, don't have access to the right mentors, don't have access to the right opportunities, and therefore are not able to find jobs that will help them reach their full potential and full productivity and full economic prosperity. And that is what the Guaranteed Income Project hopes to solve for the poorest amongst us to begin with. And that is the bold nature of such an experiment. Now, I do want our viewers and subscribers to understand that there are small but subtle differences between guaranteed income and universal basic income. So what are the differences between guaranteed income and universal basic income? According to reporting by CNN, guaranteed income is different from universal basic income. Universal basic income basically provides enough income to meet everyone's basic needs. So essentially, universal basic income will basically replace income, which essentially is another bold new experiment that has been proposed by individuals like Andrew Yang. However, guaranteed income is meant to be more of a supplement. According to reporting by CNN, guaranteed income is only meant to supplement other wages and programs for low-income residents, specifically helping to build what's called as the income floor. In other words, like I mentioned earlier, lift the emotional and the psychological impact of poverty and allow individuals to escape the cycle of poverty. So again, guaranteed income is meant to build the income floor on which people who live below the poverty line can begin to escape the cycle of poverty and try to live financially secure lives. Now, what's interesting is that other cities have also implemented a version of this guaranteed income. And so what happened in 2019 was 100 residents in Stockton, California began receiving unconditional $500 payments, and there have been other initiatives in Newark, New Jersey and Atlanta, Georgia that were launched as recently as last year in 2020. In fact, the former mayor of Stockton, California, Michael Tubbs, is the founder of Mayors for Guaranteed Income. Let's show you the website of Mayors for Guaranteed Income on your screen right now. And let's show you that there are mayors for guaranteed income throughout the country. Let's scroll down this page and show you these different mayors who are advocating some form of guaranteed income for their local residents. And folks, this is no longer just a dream or some sort of progressive wish list or a radical left-wing agenda. This is the reality of a grassroots movements that is emerging throughout our country. I encourage you to visit the Mayors for a Guaranteed Income website. We'll provide you with a link to this website in the description section below. I encourage you to get in touch with any of these mayors that you see on your screen as we scroll down the page. And let's scroll back up to the page and let's show you the map of the country where we have supporters, mayors for guaranteed income. Get in touch with them, have conversations with them. And I think this becomes even more important if you happen to be living or happen to know someone who's living in any of these areas and you want to get in touch with these mayors. Here's an interesting comment from Michael Tubbs, again the former mayor of Stockton, California, who is the founder of Mayors for Guaranteed Income. One of my hopes in testing out a guaranteed income is that other cities would follow suit, and I'm thrilled that Oakland is among the first. And he said by focusing on BIPOC residents, the Oakland Resilient Families Program will provide financial support to those hardest hit by systemic inequalities, including the pandemic's disproportionate toll on communities of color. Now, you have heard me talk about this on our channel before. Individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality were impacted the most. African Americans and Hispanics were impacted the most. Women were impacted more than men. Individuals with college diplomas or lower were significantly impacted relative to individuals who had college graduate degrees or higher. In fact, the more educated a person was, the more likely it was that they not only retained their job, but they had more job opportunities post-pandemic, which is ironic when you consider that this entire situation has made the rich richer and the poor poorer. This is indeed a K-shaped recovery, which further strengthens the case for some form of guaranteed income or universal basic income, because I believe that help should go to those who need it the most. In fact, the program in Oakland, I believe, is a pilot project for something that we could see in the future in different parts of the country, which again is why the Mayors for Guaranteed Income initiative is so powerful. According to new reporting, to qualify for the Oakland Resilient Families payments, families must have at least one child under the age of 18. Their income must be at or below the area's median income, which is around $59,000 a year for a family of three. Half of the available slots will be reserved for low-income families, those who earn below 138% of the federal poverty level, which is approximately $30,000 per year for a family of three. That's 138% above the federal poverty level. So the federal poverty level for the year 2020 is as follows. For a family of one, in other words, just one person in the household, the poverty level is $12,760. For a family of two, the federal poverty level is $17,240. And for three people in a household, the federal poverty level is $21,720. So for example, let's say there are two adults and one child in a household. So for a family of three, in this example, the federal poverty level would be $21,720. This is federal. for the whole country. So 138% of that brings us to right around $30,000, which is the number that is being used by Stockton as a threshold to be able to provide benefits. Here's a website of the ASP, the Office of the Assistant Secretary for Planning and Education. And as we scroll down the website, you'll see the poverty thresholds for a family of 1, 2, and 3, the numbers that I mentioned earlier. So you can check this out. We'll provide you with a link to this resource in the description section below. So as you can see, these benefits, if you will, these reoccurring stimulus checks, the guaranteed income, a version, if you will, of universal basic income, a subset, if you will, of universal basic income is tied to economic indicators. And these economic indicators, these financial models are based on the federal poverty level. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about this bold new initiative from these mayors in California and other states like New Jersey and Georgia, and what they're trying to do for their residents. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I really appreciate you watching. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. That helps out the YouTube algorithm. My goal is to bring you the truth wherever the truth might lead us. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.